It seems there's a lot to let go of at the moment in order to receive the blessings that are coming for us. Surrender to Receive was the first card out today to set the tone for this reading, and that is an otter. And the otter floats in the water with its belly exposed, and it is just kind of trusting and letting go, going with the flow. And this card is asking you to release the need to understand what is going to happen and how it will happen and exactly all the mechanisms of everything. The achievement card came out, which is effort plus intention. And that these two together say to me that you might be going hard after a particular goal, but it may be the wrong one, and it might pay to step back and surrender the specifics of the goal that you're chasing, whether it's a job or a relationship or any other circumstance, and take the bigger view, because luck is on your side with the new moon in Sagittarius card, and we are coming up on that new moon solar eclipse in Libra. We also got the horoscope oracle out here of Mercury, which is messages and communications, opposing Pluto, which is a very potent part of the human psyche, which is your urge to defend yourself, to take control of situations, to obliterate all enemies. It is a profound, it's the sort of Scorpio card of profound, gut-wrenching sort of part of the psyche. So there is going to be a message that comes in to challenge, that opposes this part of your psyche, and you are going to want to, you may feel out of control. Your every instinct may come up to fight and stop progress, stop what's happening, rewind. You might be in a lot of denial about something. You might immediately go into problem solving mode for how to fix this with sheer willpower and effort. But it is very much a time of letting go of things that are reaching an end. Now look, the 11th house of friends, hopes and wishes, that is going to be affected, as well as the sign Cancer came out, which represents family and mothers, but your family and your roots, sense of emotional stability. So the message, I'm going to pull more cards now, we'll go deeper into this, but the message is, do not cling to a sense of security of things that are falling away. You might be clinging to a plank of wood when in actual fact there's a lifeboat or a whole luxury super yacht just around the corner that you can't see. So if you let go of the plank that you're holding onto, drowning in the ocean, you'll be able to reach your hand up for much better support or a much better outcome. So let's put these cards to the side, and let's pull a couple of cards here for how is this playing out for the collective? What is going on here? Okay, this is another gnarly spread. So first off, to set the tone again, we pulled out the King of Wands. So that is fire sign energy, established energy, could be a masculine. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Five of Swords, which is very much about defeat, and not great energy there. And then 10 of Pentacles for the happily ever after and financial abundance. So that is very mixed messages here. We'll see how that unfolds. We got two cards out relating to children and babies. So I'm thinking this is the end of innocence in a way, because the Wheel of Karma is there sort of bringing change. So anything where we have had hopes for things growing and furthering and continuing in some area of our life, not related to children necessarily, literally, but where in our own lives we have been hopeful and, wanting new things to bloom, that there is actually going to be some difficulty around that. So while it is the end of growth, it's also the end of burdens. So maybe you've been working really hard on something, on a relationship or a job or something, and it has been a lot of effort. You've put a lot of effort in, and it has felt quite thankless, but you've had hopes for expansion and growth. But there is news incoming. This could be an air sign person in the mix, and that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. maybe they're somehow involved in this, or they're bringing a message that is going to challenge the status quo. So the blocks that lie ahead, we've got another air sign, King this time, King of Swords. So that is could be a masculine energy or just someone very senior in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it is about ideas, concepts, clarity. That is going to be a block. So there might be an air sign masculine that's a block, or some big news that comes in that is a block. There is going to be the need to move out of a time of disappointment. You're going to have to move and leave the turmoil behind to head to calmer waters. And you're going to have your boundaries. There's a lot of battles there. So it's going to be a time of turmoil and having to really have your wits about you to keep your defenses up. The beacons of hope are that you have the strength to do this, and there is great things coming, even if the ships are still in the harbour, but the work has been done and the abundance will come, the results will come, but it is going to take some time. You've done a lot of good work. It hasn't gone unnoticed. If things are changing and you feel like you're losing things, you're not losing things. There is a pause in progress, but everything that you've worked for will come back to you in some way, in another form. If you're actually saying goodbye to people, places, or things, don't worry, there is still abundance with you. The near future, unfortunately, we have more fuckery with the devil ahead. So this is not a situation that is going to resolve quickly. There is the need to just keep calm, keep your wits about you, keep your resources well managed, be very prudent, just do whatever you can for your own stability. And yeah, it might feel like battle after battle after battle, and you're just going to have to be patient. But remember our beacons of hope. There are good things coming, and you do have the strength to do this. You absolutely do. The Ten of Pentacles is down here, so I'm taking that as a future promise that everything you wish for is in the distant horizon. The near future, you may feel very conflicted and defeated. Okay, outcome for this. Pride before a fall. The Sun, radiant energy. Four of Swords reverse, no action or movement. So yeah, sense of bad things happening before the sun can come out. And then with no action or movement, things are going to be very much out of your control. You're just going to have to surrender, like we saw at the beginning. Surrender, because the Pluto's desire to control everything is actually not going to work in this instance. The best way to use Pluto, instead of trying to control people, places and things, is actually to dig deep in your own psyche. And what if the universe is trying to bring you something better and you can't see it yet? I think that's the promise of this Ten of Pentacles down here. And the Sun, which is the most profoundly happy and successful card in the whole deck, comes out after Pride before a fall. So things are going to fall apart. Things that you've cherished, that you've worked hard on, that you thought were going to bring your expansion, and it's going to be a dark time potentially. Not for everyone. Only take this if it resonates, obviously. And look, the devil is just, it can be obsessive thinking. It can be ruminating about these problems. That is also a very Pluto thing to do. So just let go. Don't let this scare you. Just don't ruminate over things that you cannot control. Dig deep and go within and learn to let go of the details, so you can allow the big picture to take its time to work its way through. Because you have strength, and you have the Sun at the end, and you have the Ten of Pentacles waiting for you. So I hope that gives you some faith and hope and courage, my darlings. It's a tough time, but you've got this. Stay strong. And if you'd like a reading about your personal situation, visit my Snip Feed page, snipfeed.co/abundance love joy. I would love to do a reading for you to look at your own personal situation.